Hello everyone. Today, let me start the lecture with few questions and definitely we are going to answer each of them during our lecture. Question number 1. What would be your reaction if you observe a practice of a hotel that the hotel is serving tea to scheduled caste people in a particular different tumbler and glass, and if any food is if they are ordering in different utensils? Situation 1. Situation 2. Women are not allowed to be employee of any kind, okay, any kind of employee in a liquor shop. Situation number 3. Women are not entitled to have share of their ancestral property. Situation number 4. A doctor who is there in his clinic and doing this service of medication and diagnosis is actually denying a particular community or a particular what to say, a caste or maybe a particular religion to not to come to his hospital, or not treating these people. Or if I say a barber in a saloon is not allowing a particular gender to come and have the services. So what will be your reaction if you observe these kind of things in an independent India? So your right reaction should be according to article number 15, and thankfully we have Supreme Court of India which tackled these situation, and it was in the favor of these discriminated class of people, and such weird state rules were struck down by the Indian Supreme Court. With this, I am going to start Article 15 of the Constitution of India and will answer to all these situations one by one with case laws and right jurisprudence and right reasoning of the Supreme Court of India. Anyways, what is Article 15? Article 15 is prohibition of discrimination. So you must be aware of this word discrimination. What is discrimination? Discrimination means unjust or maybe some kind of prejudice against a particular person. Okay? So prohibition of discrimination on the ground of religion, race, caste, sex, place of birth. So Article 15 clause 1 is saying that the state shall not discriminate any citizen on the ground of religion, race, caste, sex, place of birth. Okay? So there are three important ingredients in Article 15 clause 1, that is the state shall not discriminate any citizen on the basis of these 5 grounds. 3 ingredients are there in Article 15 and we have to decode one after one each of them. Okay, what is the first ingredient? That is the state. The first ingredient is very much defined in Article 12, that is what is the state, definition of the state. So this article, that is Article 15 clause 1, is available to Indian citizen only against the state, not against private individual. Okay? So the state cannot violate this right, or the state cannot discriminate any one of us on the basis of these 5 grounds. What is the next essential ingredient? That is any citizen. The word which is used in Article 15 is citizen instead of person. In Article 14 we have seen that the word used there is person. So the benefit of Article 14 can be taken by any person. Either that person is a citizen of India or not. Even if that person is citizen of Russia, citizen of Sri Lanka, citizen of Arab countries, any citizen, any person from any country, that person may take the benefit of Article 14. But this is not the case with Article 15 clause 1. Article 15 clause 1 and also Article 15 clause 2, it's only dedicated to the citizens of India. Okay? So if discrimination is happening on these grounds against foreign national, that is nothing to bother, at least for us, है ना? Because Article 15 clause 1 is for citizen of India, not for foreign national. ठीक है. What is Article 15 Clause 1? We have discussed the state shall not discriminate any citizen on the basis of religion, race, caste, sex, place of birth or any of them. ठीक है. Very simple. Now for this you can note down a case law, and the case law is D.P. Joshi versus State of Madhya Bharat. D.P. Joshi versus State of Madhya Bharat. And here the question was, is there any difference between the word residence and place of birth? Because one of the ground that is mentioned in Article 15 Clause 1 is place of birth rather than residence. And what happened in this case, D.P. Joshi versus State of Madhya Bharat, is that there was a rule of state medical college requiring a capitation fees. Capitation fees, just consider it as some kind of extra fees. Requiring a capitation fees from the non-Madhya Bharat students. ठीक है. So this capitation fees was charged only on those people who all are not the residents of Madhya Bharat. ठीक है. Not place of birth, but those people who are not resident of Madhya Bharat, they have to give capitation fees. This was the rule. Okay. This rule was held valid by the Supreme Court of India, and Supreme Court gave the reason that the ground which is mentioned in Article 15 Clause 1 is place of birth, not residence. So maybe some state, for the upliftment of their own resident, maybe they will give some kind of extra privileges, but they cannot give privileges on the basis of place of birth. कहाँ हुआ था? For example, we know that how in Maharashtra we have this thing that they are not very much welcoming for Biharis. So on the basis of place of birth you cannot discriminate. Yes, but on the basis of residence, because somewhere we have to think for our state also. So for the residents you may give some kind of privileges. Okay. Then we have Article 15 Clause 2. Article 15 Clause 2 is very interesting because to some extent it also takes into account that even a private person cannot discriminate against another private person. ठीक है. So it is not limited to only state but also extended to citizens. So a citizen of India cannot discriminate another city against another citizen of India. So let's see what is Article 15 Clause 2. It is saying no citizen shall, on the ground only of religion, race, caste, sex, place of birth or any of them, be subject to any disability, liability, restriction or condition. These four things: disability, liability, restriction or condition. ठीक है. With regard to access to shops, public restaurant, hotels and places of public entertainment. So this article is saying that no citizen on these 5 grounds, religion, race, caste, sex, place of birth or any of them, shall be restricted to, or there should be any some kind of special condition or disability or limitation, है ना, to access shops, public restaurants, hotels and place of public entertainment. ठीक है. They cannot be discriminated. Then B is saying, Article 15 Clause 2 subclause B is saying that there should not be any kind of disability, liability, restriction or condition with regard to the use of well, tanks, bathing ghats, roads, places of public resort maintained wholly or partly by the state or dedicated to the use of general public. Okay, so let's understand this in simple word. Article 15 Clause 2 is dedicated to places of public entertainment. Maybe a ghat, maybe a cinema hall, maybe a shop, restaurant or anything which is there for entertainment. ठीक है. Even eating food is entertainment. It gives us mental peace. Anyways. So this article and clause 2 is particularly designed for the places of public entertainment, and nobody should be discriminated, है ना, or nobody should have some kind of restriction or disability or whatever on the basis of these 5 things: religion, race, caste, sex, place of birth. So the thing is, either that body or place of entertainment, either that place of entertainment is funded maybe partly or maybe wholly by the state. So maybe there is a swimming pool in a particular town which is funded and controlled and governed by a public body, state, है ना. So for these places nobody can deny any kind of entry or any kind of restriction or condition or limitation. But Article 15 doesn't end here. Article 15 clause 2 is also saying that if such places of public entertainment, maybe shops, public restaurants, hotels, public entertainment places, tanks, bathing hut, road, if these places, even if not funded by the state but by a private individual but open to the use of general public, है ना, even then no restriction or disability can be put against a particular person on the basis of this. For example, I am a private person, I have opened a restaurant, ठीक है, I have opened one restaurant and that restaurant is open to the public. Anybody can come who has money, anybody, the only eligibility is to have money, ठीक है, the only eligibility. Anybody can come, have their food and pay me and can go. This is the simple thing. And I am the private person. So in my hotel or in my restaurant, if I am doing this practice, that is, if I see that a customer belongs to scheduled caste or a customer belongs to scheduled tribe, I am giving them different plates, I am giving them different class to have your food. Situation 1. Or I am not giving entry to people belonging to a particular religion. Or I am not giving entry to women. ठीक है? So even if I am a private individual, I have a restaurant, I am the owner, but if my place of public entertainment is open to public in general, anybody can come, then I cannot put such kind of restriction or liability or disability. Okay, so even I cannot do discrimination. So if I do, it is a violation of your fundamental right. Generally, it is always the state who can violate the fundamental right. So fundamental rights are available to the citizen against state. But in the case of Article 15 clause 2, subclause B and A also, this right against discrimination is available to the citizen even against a private individual, even against another citizen. ठीक है? So if, for example, if you have constructed a swimming pool, so if it is in your bungalow, if it is in your home, है ना, and you have constructed it with the purpose of your personal use, that is, your children may swim there, your family may swim there, and you are not allowing anyone from the public to enter there. This is fine, because that is for your private use, for your personal use. It is not open for your public. So you may have any kind of discrimination, है ना? But the moment you open this swimming pool to the public, that is, anybody from this town may give me some kind of membership, money or fee, and can use this swimming pool, then you cannot put restriction that I will not allow these kind of cars or these kind of people to use my pool. ठीक है? This is the difference. Then we have, so when we discussed that a hotel in Tamil Nadu was serving tea in different utensils, different tumblers to people belonging to scheduled caste. This practice was called out by the court and was held that it is covered under Article 15 and this hotel is actually violating fundamental right of citizens. ठीक है? Similarly, when there was a rule of the state government that denies let me just check that. The court also invalidated a law that prohibited employment of women in any part of premises where liquor was served was held invalid because it discriminated on the ground of sex. How can you not employ a women if your work is related to liquor? What is the nexus between them? ठीक है, so this kind of rule was held invalid. It was struck down. You can also note down this case, that is National Legal Service Authority versus Union of India. The year is 2014. This is a very interesting case because Article 15 only gives us 5 grounds, that is race, religion, caste, place of birth, sex. Supreme Court here is saying that sex includes men, women and transgender. So even transgender, if you are doing any discrimination on ground of sex and if transgender person is in question, then you have violated his right. So this Article 15 clause 1 covers transgender also because the term used in Article 15 clause 1 is sex, and Supreme Court is saying that sex means male, female and transgender. ठीक है? Then we have Article 15 clause 3, very good article, and this article says that nothing in this article shall prevent the state to make special provision for women and children. ठीक है? That is Article 15 clause 1 and 2 is saying, they are saying that there should not be any kind of discrimination on these particular basis. ठीक है? But Article 15 clause 3 is specifically asking the state कि बनाओ कुछ for, just make some special provision for women and children. So you can make some special provision, give privilege to women and children for their protection only. ठीक है? Now for this you can note down the case of Yusuf Abdul Aziz versus State of Bombay. Yusuf Abdul Aziz versus State of Bombay. In this case, section 497 of IPC, which is adultery, was questioned. It was questioned on the ground that it punishes only men for adultery while leave women unpunished who could be equally guilty as willingly participation in the crime of adultery. So when both of them are doing adultery, both of them are giving consent, है ना? Both of them are equal culprit, then why section 497 of IPC is only punishing men and not the women? So is this not any kind of discrimination, that a law is only punishing men and not women? So will it be covered by Article 15 clause 1? Surprisingly, the Supreme Court is saying that Supreme Court sustained the provision not on the ground that the discrimination fell outside the provision of 15 clause 1, but on the ground that it covered the purpose of 15 clause 3. That is, it has some special provision for women. है ना? So actually by not punishing the women for the crime of adultery, state has made some special provision for women, and the court is also saying that it actually saves this provision, this section actually safeguard the modesty of the women. That's why women will not be penalized. Then Supreme Court also held the provision of Muslim Women Protection of Rights on Divorce Act, that this provision, this act do not violate Article 15 because it is actually for the protection of Muslim women, है ना?